Hey folks, Carl here and welcome to episode 2 of Eduard's BF109G2. Hey folks, so part 2. So last episode we finished off the cockpit apart from the seatbelts, and this episode we haven't been doing much off camera. We've gone and we've added a few of the parts, plastic parts, into here, giving it a bit more of a 3D-dimensional shape, and we have started to do some photo etch on the other side. Now, as I stated in my last video, I don't have any activator for the super glue, so the way I'm going about it is I'm putting a couple of pieces in and then leaving them alone to dry. So you can see we've got one piece, two pieces in there, and this is drying. It's been drying for about half an hour, and we are now working on the dashboard or the instrument panel. Depends how technical you want to be. So if we zoom right in, that should do it. All we put down on here so far is the first piece of the photo etch, which is here. So we put in this part, which is part 9. So this is drying. So I'm going to give this a few hours to dry, and then we need to put part 10 on, and again a few hours to dry. And then we put part 6 here, and again a few hours to dry, and we have to put this very tiny red lever on there as well. And then obviously this is not then going to need any type of paint because it's all coloured photo etch. So I'm going to carry on with this. It's going to be several hours, most of today doing a little bit of this, then going off and doing something else. So I shall talk to you when this and the two halves of the plane are completed. So, talk to you in a moment. Okay folks, we're back. These have had a few hours to dry, and we've gone and we've added into these the mounts for the front machine guns. It looks to me as though these might need a little bit of sprue glue in there and filing down. We've got that one, and we've also gone and done the one on the other side as well. So next we have some more photo etching to do. We've got the next layer of this to add. The box of parts is over here. So the next part is part number 10 in there. So we need to get off there, part number 10, this part. So we shall get our knife. We shall just go around and nick off part number 10. Get a set of our grippy tweezers. So, and we shall sand off the sharp parts. on the camera would help. bit more on top of there. That is now ready to glue onto this part. Get on tweezers and we'll do a quick test fit. That's going to sit right. There, he says. Like so. It's just moved as I was bringing it up. So, double super glue. Like I say, I haven't got any of the good stuff or any of the applicators, so I'm very carefully going to touch where we need it and no more. It is that, like so. And of course we're going to put a little bit also on the back of here, just there. I'm going to give that a few moments to dry off and then we'll put it in place. I'll zoom in a little bit more. When I say in, I mean in. So, just drop this in place. And that has landed pretty much perfectly. So, I'm not going to touch this anymore. I'm going to leave that to dry. Now this part here on the bottom does not have any plastic to support it, so we need to be careful we don't catch this, and I'm quite good at doing that. So the last piece is due to go over the top of these dials here, and that is part number, where are you? There, part number 11, right there. But I'm going to give this an hour or so to dry off, so I'll talk to you in a moment. I've not been at the bench for about a week now because I've been I've had quite a bad cough, but it's improving and getting better. So today we've been at the bench a little while and we've managed to get this cockpit dashboard is now completed and finished. If we zoom in a little bit, we can have a look. So that is now done and all together and ready for putting in once we get the rest of the cockpit built up and done. And I've gone ahead and I've managed to primer the inside of the cockpit. This is just together at the moment, but all inside there is finished building. So I'm ready to split this apart so we can start some of the detail painting. And we've also gone and painted this, primered, and we've gone for the German grey as the base colour for the cockpit. Now I've taken a look at some reference pictures for the cockpits for the BF109s, and there is a multitude of different colours, so I have gone for the German grey. There's going to be quite a lot of this in here painted different colours. There's lots of blues, yellows, reds. Like these wheels themselves have a yellow trim on them on most of the pictures I've seen, and of course we've still got the seat belts to put in, and then we shall be using this black wash, filter wash we have here to wash the whole thing down with once it's all together and painted. So we have also taken off the bottom wing section. That is why this is taped together, because we've been test fitting the kit onto these bottom wings and it fits really quite well. By the looks of it, when we come to actually put this all together and get these parts actually glued in place, there's going to be not very much need for any filler whatsoever, because this is a pretty good fit on both sides. I'm not going to do it now because I'll give it a try, because it'll probably all fall to pieces. So when this is all together, yeah, there we go, like I thought it would. But it's a pretty good fit, so I'm not going to need to do too much filling when we come to put this to the wing section. So I have all the colours out here that I'm going to be using to paint up the cockpit. Lots of different colours. There'll probably be a few more that go in there as well. So we've got a blue, a yellow, a red, and then some metallic colours and a wood colour for some of the leather parts that are in this cockpit. Now, there's not too many. There's like a leather shroud over the bottom of the joystick, and I think that's about it. There may be some other bits and pieces. Like I say, I've got plenty of reference pictures to take a look. So I'm going to crack on with that and see where we get to. So I'll talk to you in a moment. Okay folks, so I have gone and I have done my usual. I've taken the reference pictures, taken a look, and then pretty much ignored them. I took the colours, or most of the colours that were in the reference pictures, and used those for painting, but I've not really painted. Some bits and pieces I have, like these wheels in the cockpit. They are yellow. They have a yellow band in most of the pictures, so I've done that, and this bar, but the dots of reds, whites, got some blues, some bronzes in there as well. They're just completely random. Same there, we've done a little bit of chrome silver, and again the blues and reds. We've still got seatbelts to add onto this, and then we will button it up together. And we've got this bit painted as well. There's a little bit of photo etch to put in the centre of there, and this is just the back plate for the back of the cockpit. So that's where we're up to. I don't know whether I'm going to add any more. Of course, we've got this that we showed you earlier that sits somewhere like so. Once the piece is together, it's a little something like that in shot. So I'm going to get the seat belts into this, or at least try to. You have to excuse my voice. My cough came back with a bit of vengeance while I was recording a bit of this. This bit actually. So yeah, I'm going to get the seat belts into that, and then we'll see what time we're at for the video wise, because I have absolutely no idea, because this has been recorded over several weeks. So talk to you in a moment. Hey folks, still all zoomed in. So we now have the seat belts installed, and it's amazing how much of a difference those seat belts can actually make. We've had a little bit of the coloured PE split right there. I don't know why that's happened. I put a bit of super glue on it, and I'm just waiting for it to harden a bit so I can actually get it to see if we can get it to stick down. So all that's left to do on this now is allow it to dry, then put a filter wash on it, and we will do some dry brushing as well on there before we put the filter wash on. Get some scuffs and some markings on it as though it's a used aeroplane, and then that is the cockpit done. We can assemble the plane and put it together. So I'm going to call it done for this episode here. I don't know how long we've been going on for. I have no idea whatsoever. It's been a few weeks in the making this episode, with having this horrible cough that I wouldn't wish on anybody. So, as always, thank you very much for watching. Be good, be safe, and as always, keep making models, and we'll catch you next time. Ta-ta.